Tonight we're blessed to have two religious leaders and pioneers who started this some 25 years ago. Pastor Bill Harmon is a director of development at the Grower School. He's involved in basically everything, numerous groups, Foundation for Change, Jubilee USA, the Parliament of World Religions. He spent a lifetime here and abroad actively pursuing peace and justice and, of course, interfaith relationships. Our second speaker is Rabbi Lenore Bohm, who serves as a community rabbi. As far as I can tell, she's his match in terms of service to the community and the world. She's a founding member of the Jewish Women's Foundation of San Diego, a member of the Ethic Committee of the San Diego Hospice and Palliative Care. Rabbi Bohm was one of the first of 50 rabbis, women rabbis in the U.S., and the first woman rabbi in San Diego County. We're truly blessed to have them both share on this Thanksgiving Eve. Pastor Harmon will reflect on the past 25 years. I don't know how long that's going to take, but we'll see. Rabbi Bohm will reflect on a Torah portion or reading, and I'll close with a few thoughts.
Thank you, Pastor Darren. As you can tell by those introductions, both Rabbi Lenore and I are underachievers, right? Well, 25 years ago, last month, a new thing happened in our local community. A woman rabbi, an Episcopalian priest, and a Lutheran pastor came together to begin a process. The beginning was simple. In 1985, it was the simple answer to an anguished question that Rodney King asked in the midst of Los Angeles riots just 7 years later in 1992 when he said, "Can't we all just get along?" Could Christians and Jews come together, get along with each other, and be open to others who might join them in a San Dieguito interfaith rather than Christian ministerial association? Well, we said we could, and we did. And hopefully 25 years later, we are still open to all people of faith and goodwill who would join us. I've come here tonight to offer with you my thanks for our lives and our national life, and in my case, to eat pie. You see, as a Lutheran Christian, eating pie and drinking coffee is permanently part of our faith tradition that must be shared, especially on Thanksgiving Eve. But hopefully I'll find even more than pie tonight. Be sure to save me a piece back there, by the way. Will I find perhaps more tolerance of others? Will I find more sharing of, rather than comparing of, our faith traditions? Will I find more open acceptance, rather than critical analysis of our religious and spiritual practices? Well, my heart smiles, as I'm sure yours does, every Thanksgiving Eve when we're all together in one place, like we just sang, sharing in the process that we began 25 years ago in 1985. It was first and foremost a process of dialogue toward better understanding. As Elie Wiesel, one of the early supporters of the Museum of Tolerance in Los Angeles, which opened just 8 years after our Interfaith Association began, as he said, anyone involved in, or at least interested in dialogue among individuals, communities, and nations will benefit from the wisdom and humanity of the dialogue. Building bridges between faiths and people of different cultures is not always easy. We know that, as the recent Muslim Community Center and Mosque debate in New York City has shown. Misunderstanding and intolerance are always just beneath the surface of all our efforts. Religious conflict seems to dominate our media, unfortunately. But there's another story that perhaps the media is missing. All across America, there's another reality taking shape. There are people just like us, Buddhists, Catholics, Jews, Methodists, Muslims, Hindus, Baha'i, free thought spiritual centers, and others who are reaching out as peacemakers to find common ground between their beliefs and between various spiritual practices. And isn't it great to see tonight how good it is for brothers and sisters to dwell together in unity, as our Jewish, Christian, and Islamic scripture tells us. I hope we can all continue the process begun 25 years ago here in our San Dieguito community, to be open, to be welcoming, to be tolerant of other faiths, spiritual expressions, and all who serve our community in a variety of ways. It's my prayer and hope, perhaps, that we can move beyond tolerance to the next level of hospitality, which we do once a year, but we could do it a lot more. To welcoming each other into our places of worship, to helping and welcoming all people into the mainstream of society, to nurturing our basic human capacity for compassion and sharing. Well, some of us are having conversations about our San Diego region becoming a partner city with the Parliament of the World's Religions. This is a program that seeks unity in diversity. And as our rapidly changing demographics in California and San Diego County make very, very clear, we are increasingly diverse. Have you noticed? Today, 51% of our California state population is of non-European background. In San Diego County today, 41% are of non-European heritage. That's today. Let's take a peek into our San Diego future. Of those less than 18 years old today in San Diego County, 64% are of non-European heritage. How different we are than we were 25 years ago, and how different and diverse we will be soon. I'm glad I'm going to live to see the next 25 years. To be a partner city is my hope for these next 25 years, because that would mean that our entire region would be seeking unity in diversity for the common good, just as we've done here. It would mean all of our interfaith, educational, governmental, and community service organizations would be working together to create an even more socially cohesive society that goes beyond tolerance to acceptance and cooperation. There are some little yellow sheets around that tell about this effort. If you're interested, pick one up or ask me and others. We'll tell you all about it. Well, 25 years ago, the first woman rabbi in North County was open to joining with 2 male Christian pastors to start a new process of tolerance, which has been nurtured and cultivated over the years by several faith traditions and spiritual expressions. That female rabbi served Temple Solel when there was a woman cantor and a woman president of the congregation. What? In 1985, all women in charge at a Jewish synagogue? It was a new time in our San Dieguito community for Judaism, and it was a new time for interfaith relations. Well, I'm pleased that tonight I'm here 25 years later to eat pie with her. And also to hear her wise words in the Torah for this beautiful evening of unity, tolerance, and hospitality. Please welcome Rabbi Lenore Baum to the bima.